welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan Seymour.
And we're going to talk about Captain America #2.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yes.
On the art, though, we've got Leinil Francis Yu with Sunny Gao as the colors.
They do an amazing job.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the combination of the creative talents here is very, very high. Yeah. Very, very high. All right, so what I love is this little recap, and this really does set it perfectly. To break it down, Hydra conquered the United States following a leader with Steve Rogers' face. That's got to suck for Steve Rogers.
But I still am like, I know I'm in the minority when it comes to this, but like, is it the face of Steve Rogers, or
is that Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Captain America has returned and Hydra fell, but a new threat is emerging to fill the vacuum.
Yeah.
In the aftermath of a brutal terrorist attack carried out by an army of nuke soldiers, nuke with the
dude with the flag tattoos.
Right. Steve has been forced to face a hard truth. The people and the government no longer trust him.
That's weird. Why would that happen?
What? You just look like the worst terror that we've ever experienced in recent memory. And a mysterious group called the Power Elite is growing stronger. Dun, dun, dun. So... what we start off with is somewhat of an inner monologue of Captain America, of Steve Rogers, being very frank about like the differences of what he's experienced as Captain America, as a soldier, even.
Because he's gone from a fresh recruit to
like the
Captain
pinnacle
America.
of like pinnacle of freedom, Sentinel of Liberty, Captain America. And this is a cool little like kind of showcase of what he went through, in a weird way. I think it's juxtaposed with creations of nuke soldiers.
Yes.
So you see this like similarity or simpatico that he feels with these soldiers.
Yeah, because they both kind of went through a
very similar thing. Yeah. Very, very similar. And here they are now showcasing, this notion that they were the deployed factor that kind of helps sway the tide against Hydra's, reign.
Because that's the thing is, no matter what this Steve Rogers likes to think or wants to hear, these were the freedom fighters. Because we forget that this wasn't something that just happened. Like Hydra actually had full control. Las Vegas was destroyed.
Right.
People died. People were executed. Like
literally,
there was this level of fascism.
Like Rick Jones was executed. Like Black Widow shot dead.
This wasn't just some rando miniseries that happened. Like there's actual things that have fallen out from it, and he was the face of it.
Right.
So somebody who looked exactly like Steve Rogers had to say, like, how can anybody trust him?
Right. I mean, because if that can happen, what's to stop anyone else from ever doing it?
Right.
This guy that's currently saying, no, that was the bad one. Yeah. How's anyone to know that you're not still the bad guy or, a different bad guy? Yeah. There's all kinds of questions. And this opening salvo of caption boxes really kind of points that out. He's talking about it. Like, this really bothered me. Like, I was a guy that wanted to fight for my country for the best intentions. And now who I am is under fire, not of my own doing. Right. That's got to suck.
Which is true.
It's very, very true. So now these renegade nuke soldiers, are they misguided freedom fighters at this point? Are they... as the world has seemingly kind of embraced Captain America to allow him to act again.
Yeah. Because, look at it from their perspective. Like, what changed that they went from one of the last few groups of people that were willing to fight and lay down their lives for freedom, for like legit, like freedom, we're going to stop this fascist dictatorship, to, oh, you guys are terrorists again.
Right. Whoa.
The only thing that happened was evil Steve Rogers got beat.
Right. And this new guy showed up and said, no, I'm the good guy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Well, listen, that's great. It's great to believe that just because you say you didn't do something, that you didn't do it. But we know that that's not exactly true.
Yeah. So you're telling me that a sentient child made out of a broken part of a cosmic cube, blah, blah, blah.
Keep preaching. Put your arm back in the socket. So as a reactive force, yet again, these guys are attacking the general public because they're upset. They're like, hey, we risked everything, and you guys have just kind of moved on without us. Like, you've forgotten what we've done. You've hurt us. This is a vast, like, really, really deep argument that a lot of vets have when it comes to how the American people view them post
You're discarded.
Yeah, like it's huge.
Yeah,
it's absolutely huge. And here you have Steve dealing with this concept of understanding, but still needing to stop this.
Because the former freedom fighters are now killing people as terrorists.
Right.
And now Steve, who is the symbol of what they hate,
right,
even though he's back to being good Steve,
is still associated.
He's got to take him down.
He does. And what I love is the notion that he's like, I see a part of me in them.
Yeah.
And that hurts. You know, they're upset, they're tired. They don't want to be doing this.
Yeah.
But they feel like there's no other recourse for them.
Yeah.
That's real. And that's the part that I thought was like the most humanizing of this whole thing. Like, it's easy to have like the Superman writing complex when you're talking about Captain America and be like, oh, he's just so perfect. No, this is a regular guy.
Yeah.
Like, he just happens to be a perfect soldier. At this point, 100+ years old, but still a person.
Yeah. He's now been the symbol of two radically different ideologies.
Right.
Like, just the face of it and the leader of it.
Right.
And now he's having to deal with that identity crisis that comes from it.
That's a good.
How does he then go prove himself back to people, to the government? Like, yeah, like the bad guy's still in that cage, but you can't even fully prove that.
You can't prove that either, because I mean, it could literally be anybody.
Yeah.
So what I love is that he does. He holds it down. He is still the hero, but it's such a conflict. And you can see that there's a pain here that I had no doubts that he was going to win this fight. Yeah. But I think he still lost at the same time. Like, even taking these guys down, it costs him something.
And what I love about this is during this whole fighting sequence, the fight is not the focus. It just happens to be the framework that this inner monologue is being hung on.
Right. It's such a great draping of the two different types of story being told at the same time, which is really good writing. Anyone that's questioning Ta-Nehisi Coates' writing ability, cut that out. At this point, not only is he very well versed in telling great stories, but he's well versed at doing it in the comic format as well.
Yeah, which was my criticism of early Black Panther.
Right.
But he has now figured out how to do what he does with this medium.
Yes. And that's perfect. It's what we asked for. In the aftermath of it, what I love is we have some staples of the Marvel, universe's government folks. It's fantastic. So you got Sharon Carter, you have Thunderbolt Ross, and they both come to address Cap from different angles of sorts.
Yes.
Same side, but different angles. Yeah. Sharon is older, yes? Like, she's aging.
Yeah.
Which I think is an interesting thing. Now, was this like, and I don't know if this is something I missed or what, but is she actually aging, or was this the result of something?
The result of something. So she is now of an older age, closer to what Steve would be.
Would be-ish, right?
Yeah, so physically speaking, she is that.
Okay.
Not the young woman that she once was.
Got you. All right, so Thunderbolt Ross is like, hey, listen, you need to stop doing this.
But it's so, like, listen, son, I don't want you to think we don't honor your service. Which is such, like,
just talk down, condescending.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Thaddeus, like, I've been in service longer than you. Okay? Like, let's first get that out of the way. Yeah. Don't sun me. Okay? Like, I don't care how young I look. You read the file.
Yeah.
Don't get slapped. Okay? Considering that Thunderbolt Ross, though, was also Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Is this still an issue? Is he still capable of this? Like, is that why Cap is taking this conversation? Because if he doesn't, it could go.
Because there's a threat of a thinly veiled threat of force. Because, like, if you send Bruce Banner, you're like, let's keep it low key. Nobody needs to get mad.
It's fine. It's good. Thunderbolt Ross, though, is more in control in his Hulk-like state.
Yeah.
Number of different powers. It could just go a different way.
Yeah.
That's what we'll say. But he's basically like, look, I get it. You feel like you need to do something to make up ground.
Yeah.
But this isn't going to work. Yeah. You have no trust. Like, no one trusts you. No one believes that you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
Or that you're doing what you're saying you're doing. So, for all intents and purposes, you need to stop.
Yeah.
And we don't get the interjection from Sharon, which is why I think that she's there to, again, try to calm the situation down, to de-escalate. But she is there on his side, on Ross's side. Now, okay, this little moment
is so cool.
You turn the page and you see Steve fighting a holographic digital version of himself.
Yeah.
Now, I've just been watching like a bunch of Marvel Cinematic Universe pieces. The piece in Avengers when he's fighting the heavy bag and he breaks it and then he goes and gets the other one. That's really like close to my heart right now.
Yeah.
The notion of him fighting himself is both metatextually phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But at the same time, I never thought of that. If there's anybody who he should practice against,
it'd be himself.
It should be him. And so, okay, wait. So the geek in me, I have to put this aside for a second. The geek in me was like, how come Batman doesn't do that?
Right?
If there's anybody that Batman should like have holographic fights against, it's not Joker, it's not Clayface, it's not like Killer Croc.
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne.
Him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's brilliant.
Yeah, because Coates is doing that on multiple levels, like you said. It's an actual, like, realistic, like, that would be the right person to train against.
Right.
And at the same time, it's that inner conflict.
This is how he feels.
Yeah.
This is how he feels. And what makes it even better is the fact that he loses.
Yeah, because he's also fighting the ghost of what happened with the Hydra takeover.
So good.
Like, Coates gets a hat trick on this.
Come on, man. Like, that's layered. This is Onion page right here.
Yeah.
It's a page of Onion. It's so good.
It's not a page written by someone who's just, like, a hack.
I want to write comics for fun. No.
Yeah,
no.
It's not me with the typewriter. Like, this is Coates. Like, this is just
dude took the time to think that through.
Right?
He literally did. So Steve is listening to the radio as he's doing this.
Yeah.
And perhaps that could have added to his malaise.
Yeah. Because he's not listening.
Because the things that are being said are so politically aimed at taking him down without even knowing if he's listening, of course.
Yeah.
But it's the truisms of what this situation is.
Yeah.
What's the global climate looking like towards Steve Rogers? And maybe that's part of the thing that hurts is that it is Steve Rogers and not Captain America that's under attack.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, he could go nomad. He could go anything.
Yeah.
U.S. agent if he wanted to.
Some other costume.
Anything.
Change name. Nobody knows.
Steve Rogers, though.
Yeah.
They're calling it Steve-ul.
Yeah.
And that's what hurts.
Yeah.
That's absolutely it. Sharon shows up and is kind of, hey, listen, you gotta calm down.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to this crazy Yahoo stuff.
Yeah.
You got to know that there are people that still believe in you.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. Forget what Ross says. The dude is, he's out there.
Yeah.
She admits that she's got a mission to go on.
Yeah.
And she's going to be gone for a while. That seems a little like, timing.
Interesting.
A little interesting. Of course, she comes to say goodbye to Steve.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I wasn't sure where they were going to be romantically with this. I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't hide it. I mean, they could have shown a little bit more, as we saw in Mr. and Mrs. X last week.
There's tickling that can be tickled.
But that they didn't do that.
Yeah. There's still a couple.
Yeah, even if they're not a couple, there's love there.
Yeah.
There's like some sincere love there. There's a romantically based friendship that's like, hey, listen, I will give you the love that you need to feel right now. And
what was all that talk about blowing off steam?
Yeah,
whatever porno music from the 40s would be. Like,
it's some ragtime music.
We just tickled the Charleston out of her.
It's so terrible. And yet, true. And it's true because it's the next day.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the same outfit. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Day after, she didn't bring a night bag. She was like, "What's up, Steve? How you doing?
Let's blow some steam off."
Let's blow some steam off. Yeah. I like that. Again, they are showing who they are to each other.
Yes.
Again, even if it's not a definitive boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife type thing, this is a coupling.
Yeah.
I ship them hard, tremendously. And we've got Steve still trying to figure out, like, how can I fix this?
Yeah.
You know, what do I need to do? He pulls out this box. And it's funny, like, he pulled out the box, and inside the box are beads. And I'm like, what are those? Those look like Okoye beads.
They look familiar.
Very familiar from the hit movie Black Panther. Oh my gosh. Digital showcase.
Yeah.
It's literally Black Panther.
Yeah.
Right? The whole, like, I mean, Wakandan Council is here. And they've got this digital room of information. So we see, like, this potential council of ne'er-do-wells that are plotting against Steve.
Yeah.
And you've got literally one of the best, like, strategic minds in the Marvel universe saying, okay, let's figure out how to help you.
Yeah.
You know, next book called Wakanda Forever. Now, here's the interesting thing, and I did say this earlier. Being that Ta-Nehisi Coates' run started with Black Panther, I would not have gone for that route yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like it's going a little too close to going back to the well.
Yeah.
To pseudo safe territory. I would have liked to have seen some other people maybe interject first.
Yeah.
I get it though. I mean, one, Black Panther as a property is hot right now, so take advantage. Ta-Nehisi Coates writing Black Panther is a no-brainer. But I would have liked to have seen some of the other interesting personnel who could have shown up.
Yeah.
Whether that's Tony, whether that's Bucky. Like, Bucky's still around, right?
Yeah.
I mean, based on this design here,
that's
I would say that
spoilerific.
Perhaps, you know.
I don't know though. It's one that
it's such a cool cover.
Oh yeah. Coming out of what happened, if there's only 2 books that actually recognize the fact that something happened with Hydra.
Right.
Would T'Challa comes from a place that has no, like there's no preconceived or he's independent.
He's common ground. Right.
Yeah. So easily. Anything coming from him is neutral.
True.
Is we are doing this to help you build back.
Right.
Whereas the other people are like, well, of course Stark is going to stick up for him.
Well, and that's I kind of feel like that's kind of the thing where what I would presume Steve would first go for would be a yes. He needs a win right now. Now, I'm not saying that T'Challa wouldn't give him a win, but I think T'Challa is a harder earned win.
Yeah.
And I think Steve, before he would necessarily go to T'Challa, Tony or somebody like that would come to Steve.
Yeah.
And that would be an interesting conversation I would love to see. Tony, as having been renewed through all of this stuff and, dealing with the fact that, Dr. Doom was Iron Man for a while. Like, hell, if Doom showed up, what kind of an interesting thing would that have been?
Yeah.
As Doom is like, hey, listen, as someone who has been a dictator or ruled a dictator by the world at large and a negative force, and look how I've turned things around. That would have been an interesting storytelling piece, just to, not to go back to Black Panther only because of the combination of people there. But that's just me. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. This was a good read.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
This was really good.
Yeah.
Again, the murmurs of people arguing that there shouldn't be politics in their comics, don't read Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, there's other stuff.
Yeah.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
You can read that.
Tons of different stuff to choose from.
No politicking in that one, so you can have all kinds of fun. We've got some new Patreon members that we got to give some love to. One that we didn't shout out before. Who was it?
Oh, Iron Monkey Fist.
Why did I not remember that name? Iron Monkey Fist, thank you so very much for joining the party. And also new, as of last week, we've got Matthew Knight and Kevin Schellers. So guys, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoy what you've seen so far. We're going to cook up something cool to send you,
hook you all
as a nice little welcome gift. So
and hit us up on Twitter. We're on Twitter quite a bit. So if you have any, if you disagree with us, agree with us, or you want to see us review some other stuff,
absolutely, let us know.
Just tweet at us.
We like it. We like it. We will engage. We do engage. We'll get married to you, real quick.
You can't handle the truth,
but you want to try.